She suddenly noticed something unusual. Her son, who had been diagnosed with ADHD, was quietly watching a chess game in the park. Intrigued, she decided to test a theory. Approaching an elderly man who was playing by himself, she offered him $5 to teach her son how to play. She was only curious to see how long her son could stay focused, but what happened next shocked her. After just 4 moves, Josie put the elderly man in check. It was the first time he'd ever played chess. Could he be a prodigy? She waited eagerly for the result, but the man, stubbornly refusing to lose, insisted he had one. Josie, however, said nothing. He simply thanked the man and walked away. At home, she couldn't wait to see what would happen next. She asked her husband to play against Josie. Confident at first, Dad believed there was no way he'd lose to a child. But an hour later, he stood frozen. He lost badly, having only managed to capture one of Josie's pieces. The most shocking part? Josie had been blindfolded the entire time and hadn't seen the board. That was when George realized his son's talent was real. The next day, he took Josie to a chess club, but the place was filled with advanced players. No coach was willing to take on a 7-year-old. George was about to leave when he saw Josie in the lobby, playing an intense match. The game moved at lightning speed, and Josie won. His opponent stood still, stunned. He had just been beaten by a 7-year-old. From then on, George took Josie to the park to play every afternoon. Josie loved making new friends, and life was good until one day, a famous chess master, Bruce, came looking for them. George learned that the player Josie had beaten earlier was actually the national champion. Impressed, Bruce offered to coach Josie at a discounted rate, but George hesitated. He had tried many activities with his son before, but none lasted due to Josie's focus issues. He didn't want to get his hopes up again. Bruce wouldn't give up. He followed them home and conducted some simple tests on Josie. He then told George, "Your son doesn't have ADHD. He just thinks faster than other kids. That's why he seems impatient." Bruce promised to help Josie reach his full potential. George, convinced, paid for the lessons without hesitation. A month later, Josie entered his first official tournament. But before the game started, something felt off. The referees weren't focused on the kids, they were yelling at the parents. No shouting, no trash talk, no blaring. George was confused until the game began. While Josie played calmly, his opponent's parents stared daggers at George. Chaos erupted as 2 parents started arguing over a supposed secret signal. All parents were soon kicked out of the hall, while the kids clapped and laughed. The parents were locked in a side room, pacing nervously. As George looked at the rankings, Josie was winning every round. Soon, other parents started approaching, trying to make small talk but clearly probing for information. This ignited George's competitive spirit. In the final match, Josie and his opponent were neck and neck. But the real battle was happening off the board, between the 2 fathers. Every time a piece was captured, due to copyright restrictions, this movie can only take you this far. The name of this movie is The Journey of the King.